Hey there, Cancer Sun, Cancer Moon, Cancer Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Director. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. And we are talking about that new moon that is happening in Libra. It's happening at 5 degrees and 20 minutes at 2:26 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time here in the United States. That's Saturday. Saturday, September 28th. For you, it's happening in your fourth house. Fourth house of home, security. Cancer rules the fourth house. So it's basically happening in the house of you. So Libra is all about partnership. It could be emotional, and it could be, in a career, but being in the fourth house, kind of think it's going to end up being another love reading because, hey, that's all I'm doing this whole Libra season. So here we go. All right, so before I go any further, I do want to remind you that I do have those videos up for the equinox. What kind of changes can you expect to happen over the next 6 months? They cover the eclipses, which really affect you. The full moon eclipse is coming up on December 25th in Cancer, and the new moon eclipse in Capricorn, which is in your house of partnership. So, the love reading continues. So it's only $1.99. You can get your sun, your moon, and your rising. You can check in on somebody else for that kind of money. Just email me, and then you'll pay me through PayPal. And I will send you the links to those videos. So, so there's that. Before I forget to do that. Also, the monthly readings. If you haven't checked out your monthly reading, you should do that. And if you would like a personalized version of it, it will be me drawing cards from those same decks plus 6 additional decks. And the readings are running about 45 minutes. I just have a few time slots left, but it's only $19.99. So that is really an actual bargain. And then I will send you the link to that video after I record that. And I will record that quickly because we're into that time frame. So here we go. What is the overall energy for you? Ooh. All right, I don't know if Taurus is important in your life, but we've got a couple cards that Taurus has got. So we have here a fiery climax is approaching. So that's the new moon. That's the full moon in Aries. That happens on October 13th. So when you plant your seeds of intention with the new moon, you say to the divine, this is what I really like to happen. This is where I want things to go. It is stepping off into space this time. There's so much energy here so Libra and Taurus are both ruled by Venus. And there's this really odd angle that Uranus is in Taurus right now, and it's at 5 degrees, and the moon will be at 5 degrees. And so they form this quincunx. And so I just want to tell you it's a really kind of uncomfortable energy. It's the energy of I want everything to be peaceful and harmonized. I want to plan and I want to know where it's going. And then Uranus coming and going, that's not how that works. No peace, no harmony, and no real plan. Smashing that all to pieces, and then you can start over. It's kind of what it is. And so I almost feel like the seeds of intention that you plant are important. It's a 6 to 18 month cycle, but I think in order to get to where you need to go, something has to be eliminated. And I think that this energy of this full moon will help clear the way. So yes, we've got Uranus helping out, and this full moon in in Aries. And so I think that you might be like, wait, that wasn't a really good start. So that could be a thing. All right, but you need to trust. You need to trust that the divine is just putting things in order for you. It's really important. When I was trying to meditate before I got into this, I saw this card, and I also saw Indiana Jones throwing the sand out across the chasm, and the path lighting up before him. And so it's kind of like that. It's kind of that whole leap of faith. And then we have Venus in Libra in a really nice angle. It's called a sextile to Jupiter in Sagittarius. And so that fun and flirty feeling kind of thing could happen too. And so don't be surprised if you all of a sudden stumble on somebody and you're like, oh, I kind of really like this person. That could happen in this month coming up too. But we have that fiery climax, and we have conclusions are within reach. The full moon eclipse. The full moon eclipse in Cancer on December 25th. It's going to be key. So it's going to be key because the seeds of this new moon are being planted in the 4th house of Cancer. And then you have the full moon happening. The next full moon eclipse is in Cancer. So The fiery ending may not happen right now. It might take a couple months, but stuff will be cleared out of the way. And then you have a chance to really propel yourself forward with the new moon energy in the eclipse energy of Capricorn coming up in January on the 11th. And so I really want to encourage you to check out those videos. I think you'll find them useful, but also be planning ahead. Like, not too far ahead, because you really can't plan too far ahead. It's kind of like, I don't know why I get pop-ups when I'm doing this. It's kind of like you make a plan and you decide where you're going. You make a choice. You make a decision. You start making a plan, like the first couple of steps. But you need to be adjustable. Things are going to change, but it's going to be important that you bring love into the situation. And Cancer, you are really good at that. So love your way through it. Release the resentment and hang on to the love. Release the resentment and hang on to the love. If someone's ticking you off, whatever, this conclusion's coming in reach. Part of that conclusion should be willing to forgive, willing to release, to really allow yourself to move forward with confidence. With confidence. Being willing to take that leap of faith. The key is confidence. That is the key to the success. So that's really good. That's good news. So remember that your perception is your reality. So be willing to adjust your perception to create the reality that you want, right? So releasing that which isn't working and allowing in the things that do. Excuse me while I adjust. Oh, I had to adjust my shade a few minutes ago, and I totally did it right and do it right. Okay, here we go. All right, so I know it's I don't know how to edit. So you get the real deal no matter what that means. Okay. So if you've never seen one of these readings before, the first card out was the key to the situation. We're going to cover the past, the present, and the future, thoughts, feelings, actions, and then we'll draw some cards to go with it. The overall energy, oh my gosh, is that wonderful. Your overall energy is stepping out into the sunshine. How do you get there? How do you get to that happy place in the 4th house, in your home? How do you create the happiness in your home? So some changes are going to have to be made. You're going to have to trust a little. You're going to have to take a leap of faith. Being confident is the key. Understanding that it's going to take maybe a little time to clear everything out, but if you pour love all over the situation, you can bring in the sunshine. The key to the situation here is communication. It's in the heart space, and so I want to say communicating with your higher self and also communicating your heart to other people. Being willing to say what you really feel, not hiding it away, but being willing to share it. Being willing to open up your heart and pour love all over the situation to the people that matter. In the recent past, you've been concerned, trying to get information on, been thinking about how do I create stability? Because we have the anchor in the house of the book. So there's information that is being kept from you or you've been seeking in regards to how to bring about stability into your life. In the house of transformation, woohoo, you have money coming in. This is what's transforming. So yes, it's in the arena of your home, but if finances have been tight, things are about to look a lot better. This is abundance. This is abundance of all sorts. When I see the fish, yes, it represents money, but really it represents abundance. And what does abundance mean to you? Is it abundance of joy? Is it abundance of family time? Is it abundance of the joys of life? Or is it financial? Whatever it is. When you think of abundance, what's the first thing that pops into your head? So creating abundance, especially with the anchor of stability here, I feel like it could definitely be in the arena of money because I see that. In the future, being open to receiving the abundance of the universe because this is the house of the fish and we have the female energy, the yin energy of reception. Being open, having your hands open. How do you open your hands? Well, you don't have fists, right? So when you're clinging really tightly to what you have in your little crabby claws, and I say this because I'm a Cancer, so I'm definitely not picking on you, right? But we cling to the memories, we cling to the resentments, we cling to the ideas, we cling to our children, we cling, and unless we open up the claws and release people to their own lives, the resentments, the things that are holding us down, weighing us down, unless we release these things, our hands are not open to receiving the gifts of the universe. the abundance of the universe. So open up. Okay, so this could totally be about family members. Okay, because we have the family tree here. It could be your health, okay? The tree can represent health, but when I say I usually think of family, I think of stability, I think of growth, and so there's been a lot of doubts and concerns about which direction things are going in, and so maybe communicating to your loved ones how you feel, but communication goes both ways. You should listen twice as much as you speak. Allow the give and the take of information and ideas to flow through, and see where that takes you, and it's a big change. There is a big change coming in the arena of your heart. Be open, be receptive to the abundance of the universe. This big change, this really feels like abundance in all forms. Like feeling like you're living the abundant life where you are really having it all. That's what this feels like. So pouring love on the situation, communicating love out to others, allowing people to communicate love to you, being open to receiving by releasing and letting go. And in the recent past, there was the community. Somehow community was some sort of an obstacle. So either the people, the family members, maybe your work, something, a larger entity than just the intimate family was creating some kind of obstacle. In the arena of information coming quickly to you, we have the book of knowledge. Secrets. Things you didn't know you are going to be finding out in a very soonish manner. When I look at this fiery climax, I can't really tell. I don't want to say it's going to happen like tomorrow or next week, but remember, we've got this communication. So as you open up and you communicate, other people will be communicating, and there will be this transformation that will be happening. There will be an abundance. I think there's actually going to be a lot of communication with these things here in a row like this. So it's going to take a lot of communication to get to the part where your heart is moving on. Is it moving on from a negative situation? Possibly. Is it moving toward a great situation? I think yes, because we have the sun. We have the sun. Things are shifting and changing. And then, of course, we have to finish with that. Why do we have to finish with that? We have a mountain. You need to climb the mountain to get to the sunshine. I think if you climb the mountain, jump off, right? Not commit suicide, people. Definitely not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about taking the leap of faith. All right, I need more information on that. What is the obstacle? What is the mountain that's in the future? Is it that there are secrets being kept from you actively still, and you still don't have enough information even though you're communicating from the heart? Because I feel like there could be a real possibility here. Also, community is in the house of the mountain. The mountain is in the house of the anchor. The anchor is in the house of the secrets. Yeah, somebody's going to be keeping stuff to themselves. The obstacle is that you still aren't getting the information you need. Not right away. Not right away. So keep pouring love on it. Remain confident. The sun is shining. The outcome looks good. Fiery climax is happening and conclusions are being reached. But there is somebody who is actively concerned with themselves and taking care of themselves and having what they need. And they're not too interested in this open sharing of the heart at this part. Even though you are open to receiving and you are thinking about it, I'm not sure you're going to get it that fast. Because we have secrets still. We have information and knowledge. It might be dribbling in. It could be an abundance of information coming in. Or it could be that you can't get it, that it's blocked. Let's see what we get here. I do feel like if somebody is not being open and is not being sharing with you and is being very self-centered and only thinking about themselves, the happiness comes from you deciding to let that situation go and just move on. Like, that's crap and I'm out of here. That would be a conclusion being reached. That'd be a fiery climax for sure. And pouring the love on the situation would be loving yourself. Loving yourself enough not to be in a relationship with somebody. And this is yang energy. Does not mean it's male, female. This is the energy of. But somebody who is only concerned with themselves and putting blocks and obstacles in the way. In that case, the best remedy for yourself is to love yourself enough, have enough self-confidence in yourself to unfurl those sails and set yourself free. I feel like there we go, more. Okay, so we have balance. Libra season's all about balance. Take time to relax, indulge a little or less, a little more or less, set boundaries with your work. Okay, so making sure you're taking care of your own health is really going to be important here. We have the innocence. Take time to play, nurture your inner child, live with a childlike sense of wonder. So no matter what, this is pouring love on yourself, right? This is self-love, self-care. This is putting value on yourself. And we have anger. Safely express your anger. Use anger as a protective force. However, all of your emotions are sacred. So if you've got something to say it with confidence. If a fiery climax oftentimes to me represents an argument, and when we have the anger card show up, I think there's a real possibility that some of this communication the abundance of communication could create the transformation, as in, okay, that's it, I've had enough, I'm out of here. The lack of communication could also do that. So safely expressing your anger, but here I really want you to focus on the fact that this is about moving toward happiness. Having the guts and the courage to go there. Being willing to take the leap of faith and know that the Spirit has your back. This is, of course, not going to be for all of you, so be sure to check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. Sun sign is the core view, it's the value system, it's how you view the world, and your perception is your reality. Okay? But your moon sign, that's how you react, respond, and feel about the things that are going on around you. And that is a little more, like hard to get all the information. And then your rising sign, that's how you are projecting yourself, how you're interacting with the world. So make sure that when you are stepping out into the world with a sense of self-confidence and you're interacting with the world in confidence. So, we're not done here. There's just so many cards. Okay. So many cards that I don't particularly like. Oh, Cancer. Again, I am offering monthly readings. They are the same as the monthly reading that I did on for general reading. It's the same decks, but I also selected 6 other decks. And it's only $19.99. And those readings are running about 40-45 minutes. And I just have a few slots left, and maybe you could use that. So, expecting miracles. Yeah. So whatever is happening here, you're moving in the right direction. And trusting that and believing that is going to be the key. Trusting the universe has your back. Okay, so these cards right here are what does Spirit want to share with you? What does Spirit want to tell you? What are their messages for you? Oh, okay, wow. And you have a ton. Because you need a ton of messages from Spirit right now. We have a message for you. I am thinking of you this very moment. Your love fills me with light. I love you. Spirit loves you. When you pass from the world, you take nothing with you but your souls and the memory you have shared with those you have loved. That's that being willing to let people go. Forgiveness. Stop focusing your energy on past events, for life is too precious to waste. You create your reality by what you think, dream, and imagine. This miracle could be that this person opens up and starts sharing with you. So if that's the case, be sure to be willing to forgive. Be willing to let that be the conclusion. Be willing to have a fresh start. That is how you can bring a miracle in. Your willingness to forgive and not hang on and cling to the resentments could be all the difference that needs to be made. Because we also have here reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that it'll all work out for the best. So it could be that this person is putting a mountain between you, that there is great distance. They may not even live in the same arena that you do right now. Maybe there's some reason that you guys have a mountain between you. But it says give each other some space. New beginning. It says a new adventure awaits, embrace it, and live your dreams passionately. It could be a new beginning with or without this person, but we do have friendship here. Nurture the bonds of your friendship within your relationship, and your love life will dramatically improve. So if you're giving space to someone who's right now, maybe they're sleeping in the same bed with you, but it feels like there's a mountain between you. Allow space for them to figure out what it is that they're doing. Try to open up the communication, pour the love all over the situation, because I have sacred union here. And so it might be a relationship worth saving. Only you know what's in your heart. But it says honor and treasure a relationship for it's truly sacred. And I think the most important one was the first one that came out. Deep in your heart, you already know the answer. Do what feels right. And if anybody understands the importance of honoring their feelings when making decisions around the heart, it is Cancer. So listen to your heart. When you're trying to decide what to do, when you think of option A, does your stomach clench up and you want to throw up? Option B, does your stomach clench up and want to throw up? You know what I'm talking about. Option C, D, work your way through it. The ones that don't make you want to throw up, those are the right ones. So sometimes the right answer is, I can't take this anymore. That makes my stomach hurt to sit here in this. And so then it's time to move on. If, however, the answer is the idea of moving on without this person in my life makes me sick to my stomach, then I say give it a little more time. And pour love all over it, and understanding and forgiveness. But express, communicate from the heart how you feel. And try to communicate in a way that they're willing to listen. Okay, so anger is okay, but you do this and you do that and you make you will never get you what you're really looking for, right? And so when we don't speak, and I don't know what's going on, it makes me really uncomfortable. I feel cut off. I feel like you don't think that I'm an important partner in your life. I feel like we're not on the same team. I feel like there's a mountain between us. How does what the other person is doing make you feel? That is safe. And that is important to express, especially for a Cancer, that's important to express. If the other person is listening to you and trying to make adjustments and trying to communicate, and then say, how do you feel? What are you thinking? What is happening here? Because I want to do whatever it takes to make this work. See what you get for a response. Listen with your intuition. Listen with your ears. Listen with your heart. And then deep in your heart, you will know what to do. Spirit believes in you, so do I. All right? Oh, that was more intense than I wanted it to be, but it is all about relationships this week, I swear to God. Okay, so deep breath. Plant your seeds of intention for what you want. Write it down. Make sure you write your gratitude list. That raises your vibration into the vibration of abundance as opposed to the vibration of lack, which draws more opportunities, higher vibrational energies to you, and actually allows more of the flow of abundance from spirit to come into your life. You can do that. Start there. Communicate honestly from the heart. And then what do you actually feel? That's key. All right? You take care. We'll talk soon. I just can't ever. Oh my gosh. If I could only edit.